Welcome back, sports gamers. It's the Natural. Have a Madden title update today for September, and it is light, very light. Hopefully the next one it'll be a little more meaningful. Major highlights in this one is wide receiver from the Colts, T.Y. Hilton has been upgraded to Superstar X Factor to replace Andrew Luck, who recently retired. So now he has rack 'em up, win the zone, wins rack catches versus single coverage, double move elite, higher chance of success when running double move routes, and we'll get to the issues with that. Route technician, quicker cuts while running routes. Dev note, these X Factor upgrades will only impact franchise credit after today's update when using custom roster option when creating the league. These changes will not impact existing franchises, which is garbage, and I am one that always am for waiting for the week 1 roster update, because there's so many patches that come out and you have to restart your franchise and for things like that. But with the S factors, they should have planned it better, where you can at least understand not updating ratings. Once you start your franchise, those are the ratings. I get that, but these abilities are something totally different, where a lot of times, like for instance, I mean, we're in our leagues, we're gonna have the commissioner go in and manually make him superstar to kind of make up for this, especially the loss of Andrew Luck. But you know, how long would it take to try to re-roll and try to get these same abilities, kind of match it up? And even the one with the linemen, I'm seeing people saying they're not able to get a lot of superstar abilities, or they're not working properly on offensive linemen, which they added. And people who started their franchise before, they're not going to have, you know, a lot of these abilities on the linemen that they added in the past update. So it was kind of, okay, like, you know, you have a plan where you're putting these in the game. You have to know, plan ahead. Hey, so thinking about franchise, let's plan it in a way that people will be able to get these abilities after they started it. I mean, they're gonna keep adding abilities and taking them away throughout the whole year. Middle of the year, let's say there might be 10 different people from the start of the year, that it'll be totally different than in, you know, what's in existing franchises. People aren't gonna wait mid-year to restart the whole franchise to get the latest Superstar X Factor. So I don't know, it just seems like a lack of foresight, of thinking ahead from the team there on this one. But that is up. They do updated T.Y. Hilton, and that's good. That's fair. I mean, that's crazy that they, you know, the way it happened with Andrew Luck, and people just really got nothing. You just lost your best player, and that was it. So that's kind of unfortunate. Moving right along, global updates, general stability and connectivity improvements, gameplay updates, fix issues with backfield master, backfield mismatch, and matchup nightmare. And I know, I'm not sure about the first two, but that matchup nightmare was crazy. I've seen some gameplay where you basically could just send any back with matchup nightmare on it out the backfield, and it would just catch it on triple double coverage. And that was just totally broken, and it was overpowered. So good to see that they resolved that one. And the big one, I think why this is so light, I believe they pushed this one out because of the QB scramble bug, and that was just destroying online. People found out how to do it, and they were just doing it. They released a patch which fixed one of the ways to do it, but it left the other, and people were still exploiting it. So fixed the QB scramble bug when hot routing a PA zone fake jet. In a previous title update, they mentioned that they fixed a similar issue. There are 2 cases that caused the QB to enter a bad state. In the previous update, only fixed one of those cases. Like I said, this will fix the other known case, which was specific to the PA zone fake jet setup. So I think that's the main reason why they pushed this one out, because it was just destroying gameplay as it spread. It's almost like a virus. Once people get a hold on some cheese, it just spreads across everywhere on the internet, and you know, online, and people just go crazy with it. So and I try to keep stuff like that off the channel, scum kicks and, you know, stupid glitches, wherever like that. People get mad when I just put just general money plays or effective plays or schemes on the channel. They're like, oh, why are you showing us how to get better at the game? I know, so I don't even touch that stuff like that, but it is what it is. Madden Ultimate Team updates, don't care. Superstar KO, general stability improvements. Seen a lot of feedback from guys in the comments that were kind of upset about the Superstar KO and the fact that that was worked on instead of franchise or something else. And I totally understand that sentiment. I see why people would say that. People have to realize that these are separate teams. Like, that's kind of not how it works. It's not like, hey, you got 10 guys franchise, let me take 9 and come work on the superstar mode. Like, it's not, doesn't work like that. They have existing teams that work on existing modes. So the MUT team is however large it is, that's the team, you know, and they're going to say, hey, we're going to work on this new mode, etc., etc. So they're not literally taking people from other things. They're not saying, hey, gameplay team, we're going to cut you in half and you're going to work on Superstar KO. Like, it doesn't work like that. You know, it's already like existing teams to work on things like that. But to be fair, you can say when you're hiring people, you need to hire more people and more resources for gameplay, for franchise mode. So that's kind of how you have to look at it. So it's not like a direct, doing this thing is taken away from that thing. It's more of a, you have to care more about gameplay and franchise, so you hire people on to make those modes better. And that's the main issue, one of the biggest issues with Madden. So some issues that still remain in the game that the update did not address, as far as I've seen, is the kick meter disappearing in late game, fourth quarter, which is the worst time for the kick meter to disappear and not being there. That's one major issue. The rookies, you know, the devs, you still can't see the devs and the plays reset. You're supposed to have, you know, 500 plays before you can see your rookies full dev if they have a above a normal dev. And that's been broken. It just keeps resetting. Once you back out, it resets. You never get the 500 plays. So you can't see your rookies until, you know, you go to the whole next season when they're no longer rookies, and then you can see their dev. So it's not game breaking as far as, you know, they're still getting the correct XP, but you just don't know exactly what they are. So it's annoying, but it's not game breaking, but something that I wish they would make a priority to fix, but it's franchise. Defenders not being responsive in zone. So the last patch was more on the reaction time and the break on ball time. So when the quarterback starts throwing the ball, the defender will react quicker. Before, they were just they wouldn't react until the ball was almost there. But now they're actually reacting on the throw, the break on ball, as the ball releases, so that improves zones. But I'm still seeing times where they're there in position and they just kind of dummy up, and then they don't react to the ball. They're just there. If you don't click on it, they're just sitting there. I've seen passes just whiz right by linebackers' face mask, and it's like, what are you doing? So that's something that needs to be taken a look at. And the recent pump fake glitch that's going around, where you can, I'm not gonna, like I said, I'm not sharing glitches, stuff like that on the channel, but there's a little pump fake glitch going on. We can get a guy wide open versus certain coverages, and that needs to be looked at. But that's just come out in the last couple of weeks, so you know they need time probably to bug that and fix that. So let me know in the comments below on what issues you guys are still having. Like I said, I always do my best to highlight those issues and really speak for the franchise community, because I feel that a lot of times we're overlooked. So I speak out for any issues that I know that's with franchise, and I speak out with gameplay. And I'm probably one of the few people that cover likeness, equipment, and I really, you know, just try to be a voice for a lot of people that, you know, for the voiceless. I know that sounds kind of cliche, but you know, just try to bring you guys to the forefront. And I feel that franchise has been overlooked severely this year. I felt they did do a good job of highlighting gameplay and fixing a lot of legacy gameplay issues with the game, and the gameplay is better. They still have, I still think the run is a little bit overpowered, some things a little overpowered, but I feel like you guys, a lot of people play online and you guys don't play in leagues where you play on all Madden simulation. I still feel for the past, I don't know, 3 years at least, all Madden simulation has been the best gameplay of Madden. When I get online and I play all pro and I play competitive, it's just, it's so much, it's so arcadey, it's so crazy. You know, playing all Madden simulation, the run is not, you're not running for 300 yards a game. You're not running QB draws, you know, all day. You're not able to sit back and run, you know, crossers. Or it's just the gameplay is so much better because you can't get away with a lot of BS that you get away with on All Pro, that you get away with on competitive. The ratings more, you know, those top guys play like the top guys. So a lot of times I see people talk about gameplay or fix the gameplay. I'm like, to me the gameplay is great, but I mean you're probably playing on a completely different mode than I'm playing on. So, or a different game style than I'm playing on, different difficulty than I'm playing on. So maybe that's kind of my point of view on gameplay. I feel this is the best gameplay we've had in a while. Not saying that it's the best gameplay ever, but I think in this generation I can say I feel this is probably the best Madden gameplay we got. So, you know, there are issues, there are bugs, and you can see we went over all those right now, but you know, hopefully they'll continue to work to fix those, and we'll continue to get updates to the likeness. There are no likeness updates in this one, but there are some likeness and equipment updates coming. We'll probably drop another equipment video just highlighting what's in the game and what's coming, or what I think is coming. So we'll see. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you drop a like, subscribe for more Madden 20 here at SGO. This is The Natural. I'm out.